Hello, I am Cristina Gomez Godoy. I play the oboe. I am the principal oboe player of the Staatskapelle Berlin and I come from Spain.
Warum braucht man eigentlich Noten?
For the same reason that we need letters to write or to read words, we need the notes to write or to read music.
Kann man auch Musik nachspielen, wenn man keine Noten lesen kann?
Yes, this is called playing by ear. These are very talented people who can relate or associate sounds and how they are with a very certain way of producing these sounds.
Wie kann man Musik erfinden?
There were many composers who got inspired by nature. For example, Beethoven, especially when he got deaf. The common factor is that somehow you get an idea, you get some music in your head and you just write it on paper.
Woher wissen andere Musiker eigentlich, wie sie die Noten spielen sollen?
Other musicians know how to play music because they know how to interpret the language called music. And this means you need to know the symbols, you need to know what they mean, and only that way, you need to learn the language to be able to interpret.
Kann man die gleichen Noten auf ganz verschiedene Art aufschreiben?
There are certain things like the character or the intensity or other factors that you can write in different ways. For example, there are composers who sometimes even write with words what they want to hear. But if you want to write a very certain sound, there is only one way of writing, and that is on a pentagram.
Was waren die komischsten Noten, die du mal spielen musstest?
One of the most weird was to kiss a note, which is doing this on the reed. Or maybe also quarter notes, which are very weird sounds that you have to change the pitch a little in a normal sound.
Ich habe mir Musik ausgedacht und weiß nicht, wie ich sie aufschreiben soll. Was kann ich tun?
You can sing it and somebody who can write can do it for you.
Wie fängst du an, wenn du ganz neue Noten zum ersten Mal bekommst?
The first thing I do, if the composer is alive, which when it's the case of a commissioned piece like I'm going to play now, if you're lucky enough, you can talk directly to the composer. So he or she can explain you what she thought about the character, I don't know, anything. But of course, maybe before talking to the composer, you would open it and try to read with the knowledge that you have about the language, without the instrument, carefully reading everything, like the dynamic, the notes that are written, the harmony, the melody, everything. And then you would take the instrument and try to interpret it. Normally, you would do it very slow in the beginning to be able to be careful with every detail. And then you would go faster and faster until you get to the speed that is supposed to be correct. So I bring an example from a piece that has been written for me by the British composer Charlotte Bray. I'm going to play the first bars, the very beginning, and it's supposed to sound like bells. And for example, this character thing, she writes with words because it's not possible to write it in another way. So I hope you like it. What I'm gonna do now is a drawing of what I just played. It's quite complicated to get the character because it's very subjective music, but I'm gonna try my best to reflect the Belle's character. I hope you can see it. So now I got these very nice drawings from Annegret and Sarah. It is a graphic notation, and I'm gonna try to translate that to music on my oboe. It's very subjective, but I will try my best. So now it's your turn. Find some music that you like and try to draw what you hear. And I hope you enjoy the process. Bye.